Greetings and salutations. Back in business with the live stream. Got my car out of prison. Stopped off at the Humane Society. Still have to go. I think that'll be tomorrow. Get my firearms out of prison. Definitely. That's just giving me a headache. I don't know who this James character is, but it's more of this fucking materialistic science bullshit. What did we learn from Lilith? How many different stories of this creation myth? The myth is the reality. I'm sick of the fucking sciencism. Bullshit. 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 You know, I got no use for organized religion, but I'm telling you, what you already know, you can't separate the spiritual and the physical world. You can't do it. You had more consciousness when you were that big. And now, as far as perception and, the eyewitness testimony story there, yeah. Hey, come here. Sit. Thank you. Get you back. Okay, move on. I need him barking. And as for this hallucination with the, God said it's the still small voice. Is it a voice in your head? It may be a voice in your head, motherfucker, but it ain't a voice in my head. So don't put foist upon me your ass backward reality. Right. Because when I tell you you can turn shit out, I tuned out the politics because it gives me a headache. I know it's a goddamn lie. I just tuned it out. It goes away. If I'm not paying attention to it, does it really go away? Fuck no, it's still there. I tell you, you can turn that out, and it does go away, but you can't turn off the fucking machine. That's just my tripping. What do we know about the voice of God, voice to skull technology? It's the sounds you can't hear that are fucking with your head. It's not voices, it's not some hallucination. Duh. Get over your fucking aversion to religion. It's your weakness. It's your fucking weakness. It's your Waterloo, old man. As I said, what do we learn from Lilith? There's more to the story than this story or that story. I've told you how you can short circuit. What do you know about plasticity in the brain? Do you know? You don't know shit. I told you how you can short circuit that shit, and you can. Your brain is cool enough that you can rewire it. It will rewire itself once you short circuit that fucking conditioned, programmed, operation system, right? Your OS culture is your OS, right? They don't give me this goddamn separate reality shit to a certain degree, yes, based on I see things through my eyes, based on my life history, right? That's what we call there's my view. And we all know, fuck, perspective, the eyewitness testimony thing. We all know that. Don't give me some shit about psychology. It's a fucking pseudoscience until you get to the psychology of learning and the brain and that part. There you get into more of the science. And so, I mean, oh, that shit was just giving me a fucking headache. It's just reruns of the same goddamn bullshit, trying to dismiss the spiritual aspect of this reality that we're all in. We all have our own little takes on it. We all have our own life history that's gotten us here. Yeah, but your reality separate from mine, fucking bullshit. Go suck up all that aluminum. Don't listen to what I say about getting it out of your system and see how that works for you. At what point do you get 5G'd? Do you really hear voices in your head? Do you see where I'm coming from now, you stupid fuck? I get tired of thumping you around. But you keep going back to get over it. I got no use for the shit. I can move on. What the fuck? Like the like my little sister said with the language. We didn't need language. We've had art. We didn't just magically get art in the Sumerian, civilization, whatever bullshit. We've been drawing on the fucking walls of caves ever since. We already had art. Artists tap into the Great Spirit. That's my hypothesis, being one myself. I say the Great Spirit speaks to you. If you're listening, is that some voice in your head that I'm talking about? It might be a voice in your head, motherfucker, but it ain't a voice in my head. It's like right here. This goddamn, as I said, it's this materialistic sciencism. Bullshit. We know it's bullshit. You can't separate the two. Stop trying. You're not a free thinker if you keep getting sucked into that same goddamn shithole. Sorry. But you're not. Why can't you get out of it? Let's go to space. By the way, you could melt me and pour me in a fucking rocket. No, the last goddamn trip I had in an airplane was hellish enough. You have a terrible time getting me in one of those motherfuckers. You sure couldn't get me in a rocket. As I said, what do we learn from Lilith? I don't understand it. Talk about retarded. You keep going back. Why can't we go forward? I mean, we know, excuse me, Neanderthals were, they couldn't communicate because there was no language. Bullshit. We didn't need fucking language. Language is like the young lady said, my little sister says. Exactly. That's from your priest class. That's from this organized religion. That doesn't dismiss the fucking myth that is the reality. We need to get rid of the priest class. You need to get over to your fucking hang-ups and keep getting sucked into this materialistic bullshit because it's bullshit and you know it. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like I said, it gives me a fucking headache. I'm tired of having this conversation. God damn it. You can't, I don't know. We're not suffering from some grand delusion. Some of us may be suffering from delusions, but it ain't some grand shared or whatever. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck are you talking about? It's more of the same bullshit. Nature and nurture argument, right? Like you had some gene test, blah, blah, diddy fucking blah, and that tells you got a predisposition for whatever, but that don't mean shit. They've done tests with twins. I mean, it's nature versus nurture, right? What and so all this bullshit, like you're gonna have this because we've all got cancer, by the way. Cancer is abnormal cell growth. If your body can take care of it, unless it's just getting fucking hammered by all of the goddamn militarized weapons that we're bathing in, poison body, mind, and spirit. We all have cancer. Learn something. But if you'll take care of this cadaver, then it can handle it and, eliminate it. Go learn something from Uncle Cliff in the cancer ward. Have you gotten those fucking LED lights? That's like your safe space, brother. That's why I'm harping on you. You work out there, it's your office, it's like your safe space. And those lights are fucking up your flow. I promise you. The bicameral mind. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck that was about, but it just was giving me a headache. I couldn't listen to any more of it, and I ain't going to because I don't need it anymore. I got a bad enough headache. Don't mind the bags under my eyes. I'm looking at 10 years prison time. I expect some help from some people because, yeah. I've footed the bill this far all on my own, and the bills are fixing to increase exponentially. But we did learn a lot. We learned some more of the that Diamond, the Canal Man's little co-conspirators, because that's what they are. The piece of shit doesn't have friends. And you little motherfuckers, I saw your faces. If you think you intimidated me, you're as stupid as that piece of shit that's your little fear-born leader. Especially you, all hat and no cattle. Come here, motherfucker. You get near her, sweetness, and I'm gonna rip your fucking scrotum off and soak those little BBs dangling between your legs in gasoline. You're gonna burn. Pox on your houses, you fucking pieces of shit. We learned that Diamond, the Canal Man, he's not calling the cops. He's not calling the sheriff's department. He's calling one of his co-conspirators in the department, right? Discovery is what they call it in court. Good times. You say you own guns? David Mariello? Can you even own guns? As I said, thanks for playing, you fucking piece of shit. You goddamn monster. Have you emailed the speakers list at the LeakCon? Because you're going to prison, Rex Bear. Congratulations on your divorce. Couldn't happen to a better piece of shit. It's a criminal conspiracy. Have you gotten the list of speakers at that LeakCon sex cult conference? Have you emailed Greg Allison and said, "Hey, we got a monster in our community. Can you help us here? Get rid of this motherfucker. Or do you want to be a part of that? We know there's members of this greater criminal conspiracy. Can you ask him if he can reach out to other speakers on the list? Have you contacted D'Souza, retired FBI agent, and said, hey, where the fuck is your FBI? We have a greater conspiracy, criminal conspiracy. We got members of it right here on the speakers list. Are you going to take part in this fucking conference? Why don't you have your fucking buddies in the FBI investigating these pieces of shit right here? What's this Laird Stratton? Yes, this motherfucker. Is that the kind of people that you want to be associated with? Are you a part of this fucking criminal conspiracy? As I said, get a predator, more than one, in this community. And that ain't cool with me. It just ain't fucking cool with me. And I don't think it's cool with you. And again, I'll find that fucking PayPal link and put it up here. I don't make this shit pay-per-view because, as I've said how many times, those that would want to help the most are the least able to. And you other motherfuckers, and you know who I'm talking to, who could help and don't. I'm talking to you. I need your help. 10 years in prison is what I'm looking at for. Like I said, I got some more shit to upload. It takes forever. I've been busy, trying to get caught up on the hydration. It was a rough weekend, to say the least. Another thing we learned that I bank in a small local bank. There are little branches around in like 2 counties. And so I can't do business over the weekend. That makes it really difficult when you need to transfer some funds and shit, right? There's a drawback to it, but I don't support the goddamn big banks. You can't separate the physical and the spiritual. You can't do it. You can't fucking do it. And all of you trying to, I don't tell you what to believe. You can believe whatever in the fuck you want to. That's your own thing. We each got to answer, And hell, if you don't want to believe that, I don't give a fuck. I don't tell you what to believe. I tell you that we have a common enemy. And that is our reality. Look around. You see cameras every fucking where. That ain't my delusion. I'm not hallucinating the cameras. These people you see talking to themselves, are they talking on the phone that they've got punched in their fucking ear with the Bluetooth? Bluetooth. I mean, it's like I say, I don't understand it. Get past it. Get fucking past it. Learned a lot yesterday from a brother from another mother who's just nearly as crass and foul mouthed as I am. I like people that teach me things, even when it's shit that I don't necessarily want to hear, right? Yeah. I enjoy learning things. And I don't mind if it's kind of rough around the edges. How many times I'll tell you the truth is rarely pretty. It's usually ugly, kind of in your face. That's just the way it is. Such as this, again, with this, you can go back, go listen to the X series for fucking Christ's sake. I don't remember which episode that was. You should listen to the whole goddamn thing. In my opinion, should be college credit given for that course, where they're talking about the break in science, in this materialistic bullshit. That's the fake shit. That's the fucking fraud. That shit ain't science. No, because you can't separate the two. And if you stop trying to, as I said, I don't understand it. Tell me you're a free thinker. Again, I don't hear a fucking lie to someone else. You just keep going over the same shit, beating the same dead horse. Gives me a headache. Rather than that, I wouldn't whack you around if you weren't better than that. I wouldn't waste my time. You can get pissed off and try and spite me because I see when you do that too, and you can't hurt my feelings with that fucking juvenile shit, right? I mean, seriously. I would say that my brother from another mother, John, would tell you that we don't need a leader in that come upcoming event, right? As I said, I see you. Yeah. Anyway, I just couldn't take any more of that shit. It was giving me a headache, and I got more to say about what I learned this weekend. It was a fuck. It was a busy weekend. Crazy. Got to post some more videos. We learned that we got some dirty fuckers in the Archuleta County. I met some upstanding officers as well. Because it's an ongoing um, court case. I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to. I don't, because I'm just not going to. But as I told them, they know who I'm talking to. I like to brag on them. Those because we got lots of dirty cops, so many, such that you don't know who you can trust or not, right? That's and we know there are good cops, deputies. We know they are. Just like them, what was it, 95 odd thousand whistleblowers in the Department of War. It's not the fucking Department of Defense, it's the War Department. It's the Department of Offense. Fucking shit. Let's take our words back. It's the Department of War. Well, we got good people inside the system that they want to be part of the solution. Same goes with law. I'm no fan of the goddamn cops, but as I told them, I like to brag on the good examples because there are good examples. The news always tells us about the bad apples, and there are a lot of them. Why can't we give some kudos to the good examples? Because that's where I'm coming from. And as I said, I'm not mentioning, what I'm talking about. Got nothing but love for you doing your job. I don't want your fucking job. Your job will become less and less necessary as we start to get the goddamn monsters out of our society and out of your ranks. Help. How can we help them? Same as the whistleblowers in the Department of War. How can we help them? Because they're trying to do the right thing and they just run into a brick wall. Same goes in there. We learned that we exploited women and children have a sympathetic ear, right? More than one sympathetic ear. I think everyone should be fucking sick of it. It's not acceptable in any community. And just because you don't know isn't going on, or just because you don't know what's going on right down the fucking street from you, don't tell me that that's my reality and not yours. I'm telling you, get your head out of your ass far enough that you can breathe before you fucking suffocate. You're starving your little pea brain for oxygen. Look around. Don't be like that dumb, deaf, blind fucking Halo jackass and the parasite, predatory preacher, Jeffrey Doherty, with the blinders on. Look around and see what's going on. As I said, how do we change the world? You change the world outside your window. You change the world in your goddamn community, in your fucking neighborhood. What about the housewife down the street that's getting pimped out by her husband? You know that the kid's next, right? The daughter's next, right? You know that's how this shit works, right? That ain't my reality, motherfucker. That's the goddamn reality of this shithole world that we live in, that I refuse to accept as human nature, that I refuse to accept as I'm not leaving this motherfucker like that for those who follow me. It's unacceptable. That's all there is to it. It's not human nature. And I'm trying to tell you, we can communicate, and it's not hearing voices. It's right here. It's right here. May fire a synapse. Processing a signal. If you're hearing voices, what do you know about voice to skull technology? What do you know about sounds that you can't hear? You don't know shit. As the man said, those frequency bands didn't goddamn disappear. Shit that's coming over the air. Fucking A well, they weaponized marijuana. That's why there's a push worldwide for the legalization of it. After what, 100 fucking years? Really? We are waking up. That's why they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink. That's why all the goddamn fear tactics. Little sister, that magnetic pole's been moving like that for something like 30 years. Not saying that we shouldn't be aware of it, but that's why I keep up with the group hug. And Earth frequency is a bad mother flower, but some extra love don't hurt. Little extra help. Like I said, thank you for the love and the prayers. Because I had a rough weekend. You've helped me more than you know. And I hope that I am able to, return the favor. Not that you ever asked, but just because I'm a giver. Yeah. But yeah, the language thing, I would say my hypothesis is that's your Tower of Babel moment. They confounded the tongues or whatever the verbiage is right there. Because before that, we didn't need language so much. We could communicate. When I say, you feel me? Is that voices in your head I'm talking about? No, you fucking jackass. When I talk to Sweetness, I don't even have to say her name. And that ain't no voice in my head. I love you too, baby. You think they microwave the fuck out of the left side of my brain? What do you know about that? Bicameral mind. What does that have to do with it? Nothing. What's the left and the right? Maybe it's the right side. It's the left. It's the right hand. It's the right. It's the left hand. I don't know. Except for I told you how to goddamn short circuit the shit. That's what I mean. You don't listen. You don't listen. That's your reality. You hear what the fuck you want to hear, and then you make an argument. Because they do just nuke the shit out of it. It gets worse when I sit here. The machine probably in the front low ain't so bad. Just looking up this, it was not so bad staring at the thing at the house. That was, 4 feet away or whatever. But that's just my reality bubble, huh? As I said, walk outside, go look at the CCTV cameras everywhere. Because there are none of those in my reality. You goddamn idiots. You can't escape the machine in that fucking bubble. So go suck in all that fucking aluminum shit they're spraying on us. Intensify that fucking antenna that we all are. See how that works for you. When they start microwaving the fuck out of you. Little brother talking about the what was it? They were inventorying the trees. I told you. It ain't my reality. It's it's the real world that we're all living in. You can ignore it that's your own cost. That's on you. Technocrats, that's the thing. They gotta have to inventory the whole fucking planet. I said it's a multi-layered that dispersal. They're spraying, yes, multiple layers to that. Excuse me, anything that breathes or takes in water. So they can inventory every fucking thing. And then divvy it up, meet it out, right? They're just an extension of the fucking eugenics movement. That right there, and it just should just, I mean, if that doesn't, just make you queasy, I don't know. You better check your pulse. The thinker, what's that? The statue? Bullshit. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and suck down some more of my little watered down raspberry tea juice cocktail. Maybe eat one of my apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah. What the fuck time is it? Anybody know? Shit. It's 2:00. Fuck. Notre Dame on fire. Is that destroying history or is it destroying evidence? Oh god. Still, I think I need a nap. This is giving me a headache. Jim. Another badass little mamma jamma right there. We need more men with the testicular fortitude of that Mason than a woman right where it wouldn't be a goddamn shithole that it is. Oh, I want hub, Eddie.
Esta es tu casa, un lugar especial donde te sientes seguro y en buenas manos.
No pinche habla. Sing us out, my brothers. That's right. I run the music. This is Pearl Jam. Given to fly. Don't be tuned up. Yeah, I know that guy. I'm missing my wall of sound, man. Made it to the ocean and it's smoking tree. The wind rose up, set down on his knee. Missing my Okay, so we keep up that group hard, right? Remember, and our brothers and sisters who are this one right here, I'll lose my shit. Floated back down cause he wanted to share his key to the locks on the chain. He's so everywhere. But first he strapped, then he was stabbed by faceless men. He still stands. I swear I know that dude. So we keep no,